Good morning. Let us start with today's session. So I have already given you a question yesterday in the WhatsApp group. Question number 11, that is, what is the optimum strategy in the game described by the matrix? And we have player A 4 strategies and player B 4 strategies. Now, first step is to find out the saddle point, because in this problem it is not mentioned that you have to go by dominance. So first you have to go by the saddle point criteria, and then we have to see if saddle point does not exist, then we have to reduce it into 2 by 2 matrix so that we can apply either formula method or odd match method. But here let us say I am giving you the question only. What is the optimum strategy in the game described by the matrix by method of dominance? Just to skip one step of finding out the saddle point, I am changing my question that we have to find out this optimum strategy by method of dominance. So let us start with it. First step is what we do is we take out the total of all the rows, and then we see which row dominates which row. So for that I have given you a hint that compare the lowest with others. So let us say first I compare the first row, that is the lowest ninth one, with the largest, that is the fourth one. So if you can see here, 0 is less than 3, 4 is greater than 2. So one value is less, one value is low. So we can't say that it is purely dominating. Okay, leave that row. Now compare 1 with the next highest. Oh, sorry, highest was 13. So let us say I compare with this. 3 and 3, no issues. 2 is less than 4. Okay, no issue till now. Now here you can see 4 is greater than 2. Again, it is like that only. That no proper dominance exists because there is some value which are low and some value which are high. Now I will compare first row with the third row. So on comparing first with third, we can see 3 is less than 4, 2 is equal, 4 is equal, 0 is also equal. So here I can say that as all the values are equal or less than the value, I can say row 1 can be cancelled out. All the values are either less or equal to row 3 values. So with this I have done one cancellation, that is I have cancelled out one of the strategy, that is A1. Now I will remain with other three strategies. Again following the same concept. Next highest is 13. 13 we have to compare with 10 and 12. Let us start again. 3 less than 4, 4 greater than 2. No proper dominance, let it be. Compare this second row with fourth row. So 3 greater than 0, 4 is equal, 2 is greater than 0, but here 4 is less than 8. Again there is no proper dominance. So now we will shift our dominance rule to the column section. Let us start with column wise. So for column wise also we need to take total first. So I have taken the total of the remaining ones. There was some doubt with some of the students that which total we should take. So total of only the remaining ones, because first strategy is already cancelled out. So that will not come into the account while calculating the total. So I remain only now with three strategies. So 3 plus 4 plus 0 gives me 7. 4 plus 4 plus 2 gives me 10. 2 plus 4 6, and 8 plus 4 12. Now again I will see maximum and minimum. So maximum is 12, minimum is 6. So I will compare this. 4 greater than 2, 0 less than 4. No proper dominance. Compare this 4 with 10. So 4 and 4 equal, less, less. So here you can see 4 and 4 are equal. 2 is greater than 0. 4 is less than 8. Again there is no proper dominance. Then compare this one, 4 and 1. So 3 is less than 4, but 4 is greater than 0. Here again we are not finding out any dominance. So let us now shift to other possible combinations. So let us now check row 1 with other rows. Comparing column 1 with column 2. 3 and 4 less. Okay. 4 and 2 यहाँ पर greater हो गया. Again we can't say that there is a proper dominance, so leave it. Now compare first with third. So as I compared first with third, 3 and 2. Okay, 3 is greater than 2. 4 and 4 are equal. 0 and 0 are equal. Here I can say there is a dominance exists because all the value of column 1 are either greater or equal to values of column 3. Hence I can say column 1 is dominating over column 3. Hence I will cancel that out. Now next part. Again I will continue my discussion or forward this step only of checking out dominance if any other exists. So now compare 2 with 3. 4 and 2 greater, 4 is greater. 2 and 4, 2 is less. So again no proper dominance. Compare 2 with 4. 4 and 4, okay, equal. 2 and 0, less. 4 and 8, greater. So 1 is equal, 1 is less, 1 is greater. So again I will say there is no proper dominance. So any combination you try now, you will not get the proper dominance. But what happens here? We have the oddment method or formula method only for 2 by 2 matrix available till now. Till now what we have seen that oddment method works or formula method works only for 2 by 2 matrix. So we should have some method to cut down or shorten this matrix down to 2 by 2 from 3 by 3. So there is one more rule of dominance. That rule says if there is no proper dominance, please listen to this carefully. There is another rule which I want to show in this problem. That's why I have taken this. Dominance rule says first we have to check for pure dominance, which we have already seen. If one row completely dominates over the other row, or if one column completely dominates over the another column, then cancel that minimum row or cancel that maximum row, that we have already seen. But now what if this type of situation arises where we are not getting the proper dominance? So dominance properties also says that you take the average of any two rows or any two columns. Take the average of any two rows or columns and compare it with the third remaining row. Let us consider column 3 and 4 average. Column 3 और 4 का एवरेज क्या आएगा? देखो यहाँ पर 2 है और 4 है, तो 2 and 4, 6, average will be 3. So I have written it here. Again I am repeating, we have to take the average of any two column or any two rows and compare it with the remaining row. So for a first try, I am taking the average of third and fourth column. 2 and 4 average will be 3. 4 and 0 average will be 2. 0 and 8 average will be 4. Now we have to compare this average with the third one. Third one means the remaining one. Remaining one is second column. 4, 2 and 4, because I have taken the average of third and fourth column. Okay. Again I will repeat this step. Rule of dominance says if there does not exist pure dominance, we have to check the average of any two row or any two column and compare that with the remaining row. So with that rule or with that concept, I am taking the average of column 3 and column 4. So column 3 and column 4 average is 2 and 4, 3, 4 and 0, 2, 0 and 8, 0. Now this average values we have to compare with the remaining one. Remaining one is second row. So here you can see 4 is greater than this average 3, 2 is equal to this average 2, 4 is equal to this average 4. So now here we can say that all the values of column 2 are greater than or equal to average of column 3 and 4. Hence I can say that 2 is dominating column. Hence I will cancel that out. Now we remain with 3 rows and 2 columns. We have already achieved our part. We have cut down our matrix to 2 columns. Now our intention will be to cancel out any one of the rows, because there are 3 rows available and we need only 2 rows. So now I will apply this concept of average dominance in the row wise criteria. So let us say I take the average of row 3 and row 4. So 4 and 0. 4 and 0 average will be 2. And 0 and 8 average will be 4. Now comparing this average 2 and 4 with the remaining one, that is second row. So I can see all the values, that is 2 is equal to 2, 4 is equal to this average 4. That means all the values are either equal or less than average of the other two rows. Hence I will cancel this out. Now I remain only with four values, that is 4, 0, 0 and 8. So I will make a new matrix 4, 0, 0 and 8, and I will try with the either formula method or oddman method and find the solution.
सर अपन 13 और 10 वाले रो का भी एवरेज ले सकते थे ना, मतलब वो दो रो का भी एवरेज लेके नेक्स्ट रो के साथ में कंपेयर कर सकते थे ना?
हाँ, यस, यू कैन डू एनीथिंग
सर क्योंकि आप एवरेज को अपन रखते हैं व्हेन वी लुक फॉर प्लेयर ए वी प्रेफर फॉर हायर सम, राइट? वो हिसाब से 13 रहना चाहिए था ना फिर।
बट उसके एवरेज में नहीं हो रहा है ना वो। नहीं, अगेन यू आर डूइंग समथिंग रॉन्ग। वो 13 कब था? 13 पहले था, उसके बाद एक दो स्ट्रेटेजी कट हो चुकी है, तो अब टोटल वहाँ 13 नहीं रहेगा।
हाँ हाँ राइट,
13 फर्स्ट स्टेप का था, अभी 13 नहीं है, अब उसको भूल जाओ। दिस अगेन आई रिपीट, दिस टोटल विच वी फाइंड आउट इज नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ द सोल्यूशन, इट इज जस्ट गिविंग द हिंट विच रो वी हैव टू कंपेयर फर्स्ट, जस्ट टू ईज अवर टाइम। अगर टोटल नहीं करोगे तो हर एक कॉलम और हर एक रो को सबसे कंपेयर करके देखना पड़ेगा, विच विल कंज्यूम टाइम। So this was the trick to take the total and see which is the greater and compare it with the lowest one. This was just a trick. Any other doubt in average dominance criteria? Please ask. As per rule of dominance, first try for pure dominance. If pure dominance does not exist, then go for average dominance. So after applying the dominance criteria, the pure dominance and the average dominance, I remain with only four values now, or 2 by 2 matrix, that is 4, 0, 0 and 2. Now the point worth noting is where the students make mistake, and I think most of you have also made a mistake here, is this part. Observe this, because the answer you might get is correct, but the writing part of that answer you might write wrong answer. So see this part, I will highlight that. Okay, here you can see that we got answer or the remaining values as 4, 0, 0 and 8. And this remaining values were on which strategy? It was on strategy 3 and 4 for player A and 3 and 4 for player B. Hence you note down that I have written here 3 and 4. And similarly here I have written 3 and 4. So the answer we will get after solving oddment method will be P3 and P4, Q3 and Q4, not Q1, Q2. For finding out, we will write Q1 and Q2 only. But while writing the final answer, I will write that values on third and fourth strategy respectively. This is the mistake which students make in the exam. They find the correct answer but write it on first and second strategy. It is already being ruled out. So please make a note of this. The strategy which remains is 3 and 4. Hence the answer which we will get after solving this by oddment method will be on strategy 3 and 4. First and second will always be 0 for this problem. Okay, now proceeding forward, just a quick revision of oddment method. What we do the subtraction of values in first row, that is 4 minus 0, and the answer I write in the second row, that is 4. Similarly for second row, 8 minus 0, it will be always bigger number minus smaller number. 8 minus 0, I will get 8, which I will put in the first row. Similarly column wise, 4 minus 0, I will get 4, which I will place in the second column, and 8 minus 0, I will get 8, which I will put in the first column. And then finally I will write the value of P1. Particularly it will be P3, but just for writing purpose I will write P1. So P1 is equal to oddment is 8 divided by total number of oddments are 12. So 8 divided by 12, I will get answer 2 by 3. Next value, I know that the total probability is always 1. So it will be 1 minus P1, 1 by 3. Or you can also go by oddment method, that is 4 divided by 12. We will get the same answer. Similarly, for Q or column wise, I will say again same, oddment is 8. This oddment is 8. 8 divided by 12, I will get answer 2 by 3 again. And for this I will get, either you can write 4 divided by 12 or you do 1 minus Q1. You will get the same answer as 1 by 3. Value of the game. Value of the game, what we do? Multiply first column with the oddments value. So it will be 4 multiplied by 8, 32, plus 0 multiplied by 4. So 8 4s are 32, plus 0 will give me 32 only. Here 4 into 8 32, 0 into 4 0. So 4 8s are 32 divided by oddments are 12. So 32 divided by 12, I will get answer as 8 by 3. This completes the solution. At last we need to write the answer. So answer we write like this. Strategy for A, 0 0 2 by 3 1 by 3. This already I have explained because the strategies 1 and 2 are already ruled out because of dominance property. Similarly, for strategy B I will write first and second were already ruled out. So I will write 0 0 2 by 3 1 by 3. This completes the solution. Any doubts, please ask. Okay, let us proceed to the next problem. A company is currently involved in negotiations with its union on an upcoming wage contract. What will be the strategy for company and union? What is game value? The cost in the table are in lakhs, and you are given this kind of table in the question. Please read the question once again and see what difference you are able to make out from all the previous questions we have solved and this question. Just read the question once again and see what difference you can find out from previous 11 question and this question. Okay, again I will go previously to our theoretical concept. What we say in our part of payoff matrix, I repeated many times that the table which will be given to you in the question will always be with respect to A. Okay, just see the concept, because that only part will start the solution and then we'll proceed with our regular procedure. We said that whatever table will be given to us will be with respect to player A, and I also continued that the values which will be given in the table will be the profit. Again I repeat, the values given in the table will be profit to player A and loss to player B. तो वहां पर हर जगह क्या था? इट इज गेन. सब कुछ हमको आ रहा है. वॉट एवर कम्स इन goes to player A, and whatever goes out comes to player B. Now with this concept, just see this part. The cost in the question, it is given the cost in the table. The cost in the table are in lakhs. The cost, please emphasize on this word, the cost. So here the cost is said, that means every time whatever strategy they will apply, they will incur a cost. That means every time it will be a loss to them. Means उनका खर्चा है, उनको गेन नहीं है, it is a cost to them. तो यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? जो चीज कॉस्ट में थी उसको हम प्लेयर ए में डाल रहे हैं एज पर द क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज इट इज रिटन हियर ऑल्सो. Conditional cost to company is given in the table. So whatever cost is appearing, we are keeping that player as player A, and whatever gain is there to union, we are keeping it as player B. So this is opposite to the assumption or the game theory concept. What game theory says is keep the ones who are gaining as player A and ones who are losing as player B. But here it is opposite. So simple. Now I'll go for the simpler part. In simple part, wherever you find in the table, it is, or in the question it is mentioned that it is a cost to player A or cost to company or anything related to cost is given, then you have to change the table as per our need. And what is that change? It's a simple change. We will make company strategy as player B and union strategy as player A. Just we will make the row wise operation as column and column as rows. That's it. No change in values. We will just invert our matrix from rows to columns. So for this, I will get, after doing this step, I will get this as my final matrix. So you can see here the first column of union is now being transferred to first row of this. Second column U2 has been transformed to second row. So here by doing this, what I have done, I have kept player A as union because this is the party or this is the player which will gain from the company. So always a gainer will be player A side. Rest, now I will give you again 5 minutes to solve this entire problem. So as you can now see that there are 4 strategies we have to apply. Principle of dominance. So after dominance criteria, you see or try to reduce this into 2 by 2 matrix. Please start. Okay, let me proceed further with this question. So I have changed my matrix from or transpose the given matrix because the question given to me was in the first part. So I have changed it and now I will apply principle of dominance. Okay, so first, before applying principle of dominance, we need to check whether the saddle point exists or not. So here I have seen after doing the calculation part, I can see that the minimax is 0.15 and maximin is 0.14. Hence I can say there is no saddle point exists. Hence I will go for mixed strategy. For mixed strategy, we need to convert it into 2 by 2 matrix by using principle of dominance. So for principle of dominance, we have first we take the total of rows. Now we compare the maximum with minimum. So maximum is 0.89, minimum is 0.19. So compare the values and you will see row 1 will be dominating row 4. That means all the values are either less or equal to row 1. Hence I cancel that out. Now next again I will compare or again I will see the dominance part, but I will not find any dominance in the row part. So I will go for column part. So column again I will take total. Then again I will compare highest with lowest. Highest is 0.87, lowest is 0.41. So yes, 0.25 greater than 0.14, 0.27 greater than 0.12, 0.35 greater than 0.15. That means all the values of column 1 are greater than column 3. Hence I will cancel that out. And similarly, proceeding further with the dominance part, I will get all this cancelled and only this will remain. That is strategy C2 and C3 for company and strategy U1 and U3. U1 and U3 for union. So this values I will take and I will find out oddments. So here again you can see here I have taken here 2 and 3 because this 2 remains and here 1 and 3 because this 2 remains. That means answer will be written at that particular positions. Rest will be 0. So after applying oddments criteria, I will get answer for P1 7 by 13, P2 6 by 13, Q1 1 by 13 and Q2 12 by 13. And value of the game as 47 divided by 325. This all calculation you can do. Last part is writing the answers. So answer writing will be A. Strategy for A will be, see, you can see here 1. 1 means at point 1 first answer will come. So first answer was 7 by 13. Second is not appearing here. So second will be 0. At third part I will write second answer, that is 6 by 13. 4 strategies already cancelled, hence it will be 0. And I will write strategy for company as, here 1 and 4 are not there. So in place of 1 and 4 it will be 0 and 0, and in place of 2 and 3 it will be 1 by 13 and 12 by 13 respectively. This completes the solution. Okay, so before ending this lecture, if anyone has doubt, please ask, else I will summarize today's lecture because there were some important things which we have learned today. In question 11, what we have learned is, if we do not find the pure dominance in any of the row and column, then we can go for average dominance property, which says that take average of any two row or any two column and compare it with the remaining one. जो third बच गए उसके साथ compare करो, and if dominance exists, cancel the minimum value of row or maximum value of column, which we already do. That was the first thing which we have learned new. And in this question, what we have learned new, that if in the question, if it is mentioned that the values given in the question are cost to the players, then that part will always be player B. Okay. In simple terms, if cost is mentioned in the question, make that person as player B by interchanging rows and columns.